I blew up a secret YouTube channel that made over $100 a day. I literally only started this channel to show you guys that it is still possible. So with that being said, I would say let's get into it. Just a very quick disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. I'm not a licensed advisor. No results or returns are guaranteed. Always do your own research and consult with a professional before making financial decisions. Now, for the people who don't know who I am, I'm Steffen. I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars with faceless YouTube channels, and I've also helped hundreds of other people do the same thing. For example, here Martins, we've helped him to make $31,000 in one single month, or even here a different student, $12,000 in one single month, here a different student, $23,000, and many, many more. If you're interested in getting similar results, check out the first link in the video description. Book a free call with me and I'll see if I can actually help you or not. And then we also have a completely free Skool community, which will be the second link in the video description. Now, before we get started, let me just quickly show you guys the channel. So as you guys can see here, we started this channel on the 11th of July. So we started posting a few videos. I always say this is our initial testing phase. So what we do is we just post a few videos, see if the channel gets traction or not. If it actually gets traction, then we keep on posting, right? So let's say, for example, this was in July. So this was the first month. The second month that we actually got monetized, as you guys can see here. So at the end of the month, we actually got monetized. This one took a bit longer. Usually we get the channels monetized within like 10 to 15 days. Then they monetized. This one actually took a bit longer. But yeah, so this was the first month where we got monetized. September, we did, let's just go back here. So September, we then already did $3,600 with this channel with the highest day of $340, which is super strong, right? Especially because this was a brand new channel. All right. Then we had October, where I think we did like $4,000. So in October, yes, we did $4,000 with this channel. Then in November, we did, boom, we did $4,000 as well. Now December, it was a little bit quieter because, you know, we always take holiday, like the team, everyone, towards the end of December. So December wasn't the best, but that's fine. You know, we have multiple channels performing quite well. So this channel didn't perform that well in December, but it's normal, absolutely normal. And yeah, so let's actually get into the process. So first we have to choose a niche. Then we have to kind of come up with video topics. Then we use freelancers and AI to create the videos for us. Then we post these videos to YouTube and we start to make money, all right? So let's start with choosing a niche. One of the most important things, which, you know, is one of the most underrated things when it comes to YouTube automation. So niche is, simply put, the topic you will be creating videos about. There are several ways to find a good niche, but today I'll show you the homepage method, which is, in my opinion, the most legendary way to do niche research. But before that, here are some important characteristics of a good niche. All right. So number one, there are fewer than 5 channels creating content in this niche that are regularly getting more views than they have subscribers. This means there's high demand and low supply, which are two of the most important terms when it comes to getting into any business almost, right? And that's the exact same thing with YouTube. You always have to keep in mind that YouTube is a is a market, right? And every market has demand and has supply. So these two must be out of balance for you to get into a niche. That means, or there are no channels with more than 100,000 subscribers. There are no smaller channels failing. Then the niche is not older than 6 months. I can create better content than my competitors. Very important. These can also just be longer content, right? So it doesn't specifically have to be way better. Then, am I interested in this niche? Not absolutely necessary, as long as you build a team that actually has interest in the niche. And then, is the niche monetizable? Super important. So now we know these characteristics. I would highly recommend you to actually go ahead and write them down so you don't forget them, all right? If you don't have this, you're going to struggle with niche research. So let me just very quickly run you through the homepage method. So as you guys can see here, so we get into a new incognito window. Then we go, for example, for could be anything you are interested in. For this sake, we're just going to go now with the biggest houses as an example. So then we have the first video playing. It's very important that it is a faceless video. Now, while this video is playing, we want to scroll down here on the sidebar and start looking for more faceless videos. So here, for example, this is a faceless video. I know these documentary channels are doing super, super well. So let's actually have a look at this one. So here we can see 30 videos, 60,000 subscribers. Channel is doing very, very well. And this could potentially already be one of the first niches we want to tap into. But this is not exactly what I want to show you. All right. So I actually want to show you the homepage method where, you know, you click through a bunch of videos here and you show YouTube like, hey, I want to see faceless videos and I like to see faceless videos. And what happens then is on your YouTube homepage, YouTube will actually show you a bunch of faceless channels. So here, faceless channel, faceless channel. Might not do it like very well at this current stage because I didn't click on enough videos, but here we have another faceless channel. Then here's another one. Then here's another one. So here, for example, moments before disaster, small channel doing quite well. As you can see, like here, doing actually very well for 28 videos. And here we might have a niche already. I don't really like these compilation channels, but this is how easy it kind of is these days to find a niche. So I'd highly recommend you guys to use your homepage. Another small channel, absolutely crushing it. So make sure to always use your homepage to do niche research. All right. So it's one of the easiest ways to actually do niche research. Then we need to select video topics. This is just as important as the actual choice of the niche, right? A bad video topic plus the best video on YouTube is going to be equal to no views. All right. So if we choose a niche that no one actually has any interest in, we're not going to get any views. But a good video topic and a bad video is still going to be equal to views because people actually want to see it. All right. So always get inspiration from other channels, but do not reinvent the wheel. So don't just come up with random video topics yourself. Rather try to look at what has already worked and try to kind of take that and add a different angle or something to it to then, you know, kind of create a video for yourself. All right. Then for the content creation and the whole setup. So firstly, for the content creation, what we do, or for the videos, in most cases, we just use ChatGPT to write the script. I have multiple videos on my channel speaking exactly on how to actually write a script with ChatGPT. Then for the voiceover, we use ElevenLabs, or here, GenAIPro. This is also super cool, where you kind of get like pretty good voiceovers for actually pretty cheap. So here we can see $22 for 1 million credits. They're worth like, here for 30 days you can use them. I really like this. Has some really good video voiceovers. There we have it. Then for the editor, we usually just use Upwork. So we just hire a real editor. I don't like to outsource the editing part to AI, but rather to freelancers and real humans to kind of at least have a little bit of human input. Why do I do it like that? Just because I want to be one step ahead of my competition. All right. Then for the thumbnails, we either, you know, hire on Upwork or on X. What I can tell you is Upwork is going to be way cheaper and X is going to be a bit more expensive, but it's also going to have a way higher quality. All right. So then it comes to publishing videos and testing if your channel is even going to work, because if you skip this step here, it's going to be very difficult, and many people skip this step and they post videos to YouTube forever and then lose so much money because they continue posting to a channel that will never ever get any views. All right. So firstly, there are 3 different YouTube accounts. So there's a new account, an aged account, and a pre-monetized account. A new account is just a brand new account that you can, you know, create at any time. And then there's an aged account. These are usually accounts that, you know, are already very old. So from 2006 to 2009. And then we have a pre-monetized account, which is a YouTube account that is already in the YouTube partnership program. All right. Now, there's also one more account, which is a personal account. That's just the YouTube account that you personally use to watch YouTube or stuff like that, which is obviously one of the best accounts you can get, because with that account, the platform already trusts you because they know you're a human watching YouTube videos and stuff like that. So those are usually the best accounts. And if you have one like that, definitely get started with that. Now, the next step, so once you set up your account, I'm not going to go too deep into that. Let me know if you want me to, but what you do then is you publish at least 15 videos on YouTube before making any decisions about the channel. Now, in these first 15 videos, right, or in these initial 15 videos, we're looking at least for one viral video among the first 15 videos we have published, all right? Now, what means viral? Is it like 100,000 views, 10,000 views? So this is typically based on the niche. So if your niche, for example, is getting 100,000 views per video, or like on the viral videos, I would be happy with like 50,000 views already. All right. So we're looking for at least one viral video among the first 15 videos. Now, if that doesn't happen, so if nothing has happened, it's due to one of these reasons. So it's either a bad niche, bad video topics. So these two are for most people the reason why they fail, for 99.9% of people. Then videos are too short. This also happens. We always want to make our videos 1.5 times longer than our competitor videos. Why? Because you have to keep in mind, YouTube always wants to make money, right? So the video that keeps someone on YouTube the longest amount of time, where YouTube they can then place more ads, that video is obviously going to be pushed more by YouTube. So I always believe in retention. Now, just to give you an example, so if you have a 10-minute video and it gets like 80% average view duration, and if you compare it to a 20-minute video which only gets like 10 minutes average view duration, or 50%, then you have 10 minutes, which is 2 minutes more than the 10-minute video. So that's why I like to go for length. Then it could also be that you have a poor video title and a very bad thumbnail, right? So always go back and try to understand why your channel isn't working, and make sure you have all of this or this specific list here next to you. So you always kind of can go back and try to understand why something is not working, all right? Then lastly, the making money part, very easy. So firstly, to make money with YouTube, you need at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Now, I know this sounds like crazy amounts of that it's going to take very, very long. But here, just as an example, where is it? Here, one of our students get monetized in 20 days. What means one? Like, here's another one. So many of our students actually get monetized very quickly. So we recently made like a survey and our students get like monetized within 3 to 6 weeks. All right. So this actually works very, very well. Okay. Boom. So once you're monetized, usually YouTube pays you $5 per 1,000 views. So this is depending on your niche, the video length, all of these things. But this is kind of the average on YouTube. So that would mean you only need like 2 million views to make like $10,000 a month, which should not be too hard to do. All right. Yes, so that's basically it for this video. Keep in mind, if you're interested in working closer with me and want to get some similar results here, for example, Martin's will help to make $30,000 a month and also get the silver play button, then just check out the first link in the video description. Book a call with me personally and let's see if I can actually help you. I'll be on the call with you. I will make sure to do the call myself. I do all calls myself, just to always make sure that I can actually help you guys. And then I'll see you in the next video.